This billionaire owns more than just tech companies and space rockets. He controls properties so valuable they could fund small nations. From private islands to city block penthouses, Jeff Bezos has quietly built one of the most discreet and powerful real estate empires in modern history. Yet most people have never seen what lies behind the gates. Before the billions, there was a garage and a vision. Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born in 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His mother was a teenager when he was born, and his stepfather, Miguel Bezos, a Cuban immigrant, adopted him at age 4. Though his early life was modest, Bezos was always thinking ahead. From tinkering with electrical systems in his bedroom to winning science competitions at school. He graduated from Princeton University with degrees in electrical engineering and computer science, and worked on Wall Street before making a decision that would change history. In 1994, Bezos left a stable hedge fund job to start an online bookstore from his garage in Seattle. That company would become Amazon. Within decades, it grew into one of the most valuable corporations on Earth, transforming retail, logistics, and cloud computing. By 2018, Bezos became the richest person alive. But as his public wealth soared, so did something else: his private acquisition of land, homes, and compounds across the United States. The media focused on tech earnings and stock prices. Few noticed that Bezos was quietly buying some of the most exclusive properties in the country. What began with a lakeside house in Washington would evolve into a national real estate network worth an estimated $700 million, rivaling the land holdings of monarchs and oil magnates. Bezos does not merely collect homes, he curates fortresses of privacy and influence. In Miami, Bezos has become the new monarch of Indian Creek Island, often called the Billionaire Bunker. In just under a year, he purchased 3 properties here, totaling nearly $237 million. The island has its own private police force and only one road access point. Homes face the water, and neighbors include NFL owners, investment titans, and foreign royals. Satellite imagery shows sprawling estates with private docks, helipads, and rooftop gardens. Reports suggest that Bezos rejected the purchase of an adjacent $110 million parcel, not out of cost, but because it didn't align with his ultra-strategic vision. In Manhattan, Bezos owns 5 adjoining units atop 212 Fifth Avenue. The combined value of this sky-high compound exceeds $119 million. The penthouse suite alone spans over 10,000 square feet. Recently, a crane was spotted lifting massive furnishings and custom features into the building, briefly shutting down Fifth Avenue. Experts believe the shipment included large-scale sculptures, security installations, and possibly even wellness chambers. Moving west, Bezos made headlines in Los Angeles when he acquired the legendary Jack Warner estate in Beverly Hills for $165 million, setting a local real estate record. This 9.4-acre property includes multiple guest houses, a golf course, a cinema, and a terrace large enough to host 200 guests. Built by Hollywood royalty in the 1930s, it now houses the quiet power of tech-era wealth. But Bezos's holdings extend beyond luxury cities. In Texas, he owns a ranch spanning over 400,000 acres, land that doubles as the test and launch site for his aerospace company, Blue Origin. The region is largely uninhabited, offering complete operational privacy and airspace control. In Maui, he quietly purchased a secluded estate valued at $78 million, followed by additional adjacent properties. These oceanfront lands, covered in native flora, became the center of attention when Bezos pledged $100 million to support wildfire recovery efforts in Hawaii, blending humanitarian visibility with property preservation. He recently sold one of his Seattle mansions for $63 million, marking a symbolic exit from his Amazon-era base, yet retained a massive Tudor-style estate nearby as part of his legacy footprint in the city where it all began. Together, these homes form an empire not built for fame, but for legacy, control, and privacy. Each property, carefully selected, each region, strategically placed. Jeff Bezos's wealth is visible. His power is not. Through his properties and corporate interests, Bezos sits at the intersection of technology, media, and geopolitics. In Washington, D.C., Bezos owns the former Textile Museum, now the largest private home in the capital. Purchased for $23 million, the estate underwent a $12 million renovation and is reportedly used to host high-level gatherings, often involving politicians, regulators, and thought leaders. In a city defined by influence, this house operates as a neutral command center. His Texas ranch isn't just a home or a launch site, it's a statement. As governments and corporations race toward space commercialization, Bezos owns a fully operational gateway to orbit, without having to negotiate for land, leases, or airspace. His property gives him both the infrastructure and the independence to compete at a national level. Then there's media. In 2013, Bezos purchased the Washington Post for $250 million. Since then, the paper has evolved rapidly in digital reach and editorial influence. While Bezos claims no editorial interference, owning a globally respected newspaper offers unmatched narrative power, especially in times of political or corporate scrutiny. Through his philanthropic arms, the Bezos Earth Fund and the Day One Fund, he has pledged billions toward climate change, housing, and education. But these efforts often overlap with areas where his investments or properties reside, blurring the lines between charity, influence, and legacy building. Most significantly, Bezos operates in silence. Unlike other billionaires who seek headlines, he builds behind the scenes, leveraging privacy as power and influence without presence. In an age where wealth is often loud, Jeff Bezos remains quiet, but his footprint is global and growing. With a real estate empire stretching from Pacific Islands to political capitals, Jeff Bezos isn't just buying land. He's shaping the geography of power. Would you feel secure holding this much influence? Or would you always be watching the gates? Comment your thoughts below and subscribe to the Elite File for more untold stories behind the world's most powerful lives.